Welcome back to Joel's Bowl. Today, we'll be making vegan DONAIR. This episode is part of my Veganuary special, 31 recipes for Veganuary. Be sure to check out some of my other videos. And as always, this recipe is posted down in the description, as well as being pinned in the comments. So, to start off, we're gonna get half a cup of green French lentils and half a cup of red quinoa. And we're gonna put that on the boil with 2 cups of water over low heat for half an hour or until all the water is absorbed. And then we're gonna take 3 large potatoes and put those on the boil for about half an hour or until you can poke it through easily. And then you remove those from the heat and remove the skins and just coarsely mash that up and set it aside. And then take 6 cremini mushrooms and chop those up. And we're also going to get 1 cup of walnuts and just throw that in the food processor to chop those up as well. And then in a skillet, we're going to heat up a tablespoon of oil and throw in 1/4 of a chopped onion. And we're gonna mince 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, half a teaspoon ground pepper, and a teaspoon of salt, 1 chopped rib of celery, and a couple of chopped mini bell peppers, and 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 tablespoon of paprika, and a teaspoon of basil, half a teaspoon of oregano. We're just gonna saute that for about 5 minutes. And then we're gonna throw in 1 diced tomato and saute that for another 5 minutes. And then we're gonna take our quinoa lentil mixture and we're gonna add our ground nuts, our mashed potatoes, our chopped mushrooms, and the tomato sauce. And to prepare our flax egg, we're gonna get a tablespoon of ground flax seeds and just mix that in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of water and set it aside for 5 minutes before we add that to the mix as well. And then we're gonna take a handful of parsley and chop that up and toss that in there, as well as a couple tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. So we're gonna go ahead and mix that up really well, by hand of course, so you know that we've done a thorough job. And then once that's mixed up, we're just gonna pat that down into a casserole, and we're gonna top that with some ketchup. We're using red duck ketchup, and just lather that on top of the loaf. And then to finish that off, we're gonna sprinkle 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast on the top of that. Preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're gonna throw that in the oven for a good 45 minutes. And then once that's done, we're gonna take it out and set it aside for about half an hour to cool before we slice into it and enjoy. So there you have it, vegan DONAIR loaf. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if that's something you're into, and share it around if you know anyone that might also appreciate this sort of content. Remember, in 2020, it's not difficult to make any dish vegan. Go vegan today, for yourself, for the animals, and for the entire earth. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao.